That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The drive starts with a handoff to Blow. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Brady to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it'll be third down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. In motion left is Amendola. This is Lewis. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. First down, this is Rawls. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
On second down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Terrence Knighton's nickname, Pot Roast, was given to him, and he didn't like it at first. Now he says, don't call me Terrence. Holds down the middle against anyone trying to run the football.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And he got it done in the passing game on that play. It was almost like a run because he caught it right around the line of scrimmage. Either way, he got a big chunk of yards after making the catch.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, or if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude it? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the
Dion Lewis, the 30. He cuts it right. And he cuts back. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dion Lewis, 74 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Seattle now. Ready to march out of the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Another pistol look here. Here's Wilson. He's got Curse. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Wilson will throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. They find some open field here. 20. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. And now out come the Patriots. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll run it here with Blunt. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
One of the notes I had about LeGarrette Blunt coming out of college, he's not going to outrun you, but he will run through you. In these situations near the goal line, made to order.
Maybe they'll turn to his big frame again. And Brady will sneak it. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Tom Brady taking it in. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, so they get low the line. They did their job. It's the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive.
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with...
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together.
This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks.
Well,
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now it's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now Blunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Brady over the middle. That's caught by Hogan. And he's brought down. And, Charles, speaking of the 27-year-old Chris Hogan, you know, he signed the 3-year, $12 million deal as a free agent in the offseason. So far in the preseason, he's looking like quite a bargain.
No doubt about it. And there's something about when these guys get to New England, and even if you don't count on them being big-time threats, they often grow into that, don't they? They have a history and a tradition of that. Chris Hogan could be the latest because he's been awfully impressive this preseason.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. Gets a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 10 yards out. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Gronkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second down now after the pass completion. Pitch goes to Rawls. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Rolling to his right. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. Finding time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rob Ninkovich not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a New England first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Now a carry for Blount. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll run again with Blount. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They come out here in the eye. Brady's going to sneak it. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Deep in the red zone. This was 4-down territory from the start. And here, they won't wind up with a touchdown, but they do get a great consolation prize as they convert and pick up a 1st down inside the 5. Now
receiver in motion left. And the play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
Flushed out right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Trying to lay one up deep, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now it's Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Brady going underneath for Lewis. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Lewis. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Amendola, the man in motion left. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll cut. LeGarrette Blount, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount, 55 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Wilson going to throw for it. Flush to his right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. A gain of 3, second down. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Caught, left side, Bennett. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They slot Gronkowski outright. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Returnable here from the 38. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time."
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Long in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
He finds his man, Baldwin. A good pickup there, 22. 2. And, you know, winning is good for all the obvious reasons. But if for nothing else, it makes tomorrow's film session a little more palatable, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed it does. Sometimes it helps you in the grading because the coaches will look at it, and if it's a borderline play for you, if you won the game, you might get a plus in your column instead of a minus.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Seattle.